3, 2. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. It is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, in other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us! During a time of political overabundance of divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss. For links to these articles, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, including but not limited to our link tree, all things Omni Coalition, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander, and today I am joined by... Someone go first.
I'm MTM.
I am Scotty Bugatti.
Yes.
I am still Cyros.
Yes.
Still Cyros.
I keep forgetting we gotta go over orders of operations, because I basically just made a 4-way stop sign situation. We all stopped at the same time, and who goes first? The bravest. And MTM is the bravest today. Anyway, the viewer also is here, and today is aka Friday, July 28th, 2023. So let's jump into the news today, shall we? Who wants to read the first article headline here?
Ooh, it's about cannabis.
Yeah.
Oh, I found the story, so
You do it.
keepers, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Cannabis use linked to epigenetic changes, scientists discovered recently.
I don't know what that even is.
All right.
So, interesting finding that cannabis use may cause changes in humans' body epigenome. In the epigenome of the human body. And this was a study done over 1,000 adults. The epigenome functions like a set of switches that activate certain genes that are dominant or recessive in offspring.
Really?
Yeah. So it's observed the associations between cumulative marijuana use and multiple epigenetic markers across time. Says Li Fang Hu, a preventative medical doctor and epidemiologist from Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine. Cannabis is a commonly used substance in the United States, with 49% of people trying it at least once. Hugh and a team of U.S. researchers report in their published papers some of the U.S. and other countries have made it legal. We still don't fully understand its effects on our health because we've never really studied them, been allowed to. Researchers studied around 1,000 adults who had participated in a long-term previous study where they had been asked about their cannabis use over a 20-year period. Study participants provided blood samples on 2 occasions during that time at the 15 and 20-year points. They were aged between 18 and 30 at a baseline, or year 0. And so using these blood DNA samples from 5 years apart, Hugh and her team looked at epigenetic changes, specifically DNA methylation levels of people who had used cannabis recently or for a long time. In addition to the removal of methyl groups from DNA, is one of the most studied epigenetic modifications without changing the genomic structure. It changes the activity of genes because it's harder for cells to read the genome instruction manual with these molecular changes in their way.
I'm going to stop the reading right there. I want to spark interest for viewers to go to our description and go to this actual source itself to give them the foot traffic. They put in all the work. We're just reading this stuff, so yeah. But this is a really interesting topic of discussion. You know, the health benefits of cannabis. You know, marijuana, CBD, THC oils, and all that stuff.
This is new. I don't think I've heard of this before.
Yeah.
So
well, you know, cannabis is not. They haven't been allowed to study cannabis for a long time. Even people looking at it under a microscope in a lab can only they can't legally say that they can't legally they can only make recommendations legally. They can't actually say that, hey, I assert that this is bad or good based on scientific observation.
But that's weird. Why are they not?
Article. I'm trying to figure out what are the negative changes, if they are changes, what type of changes, because it is. We'll probably read it. But.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of what does epigenetic mean? I've never heard of that.
It has something to do with offspring, though. It's
it has something to do. It's the visibility of genes in your offspring. And so recessive
Now
traits
is this
are
while
not.
is this while you're having offspring? Is this like if it's in your
Yes, so
system? Like,
it's been required that whenever you buy cannabis or go to a cannabis corporation to buy cannabis, you sign a waiver stating that you understand there may be long-term health effects, and this is one of them that may affect um, reproductive ability. And so they've been studying it for a little while now, and they found that it does actually make epigenetic changes, in fact.
So I'm getting a little concerned with that because would this be a way for them to start accusing, pardon me, sorry, random cough. Would this be a way for the system to start accusing cannabis of being linked to this epidemic of autism? You know how everybody's going around saying
yeah,
like because like who's the big like pusher of cannabis culture and all that stuff? The hippies. Who are the hippies? The baby boomers, and we are now like a couple generations descended from that. And obviously, they teach their morals and whatever to children.
probably a little different nowadays with some states being legalized, and then there's people doing it for medical things.
Yeah.
It's not just recreational. There's
Yeah.
a bit of a bigger audience now with the cannabis consumption, but.
But here's the thing, because at the start of marijuana prohibition, because the whole reason why, as we know, marijuana is even illegal on the federal level, at least in the U.S. I'm not sure how it is in the rest of the world, or in Canada, or whatever. But in the U.S., it's illegal because, we spoke about this before. It could put trillions of dollars of industry out of business virtually overnight. And when they first started it, it was racially motivated, saying, I don't even want to repeat what Nixon and his cabinet said, during the initial war on drugs, but it was extremely racially motivated against Hispanics and blacks, and then it turned into a religious thing, the devil weed, yada yada, and now it's the cat's coming out of the bag about all the health benefits and everything. So I'm wondering now if they're gonna try to, as I said before, link this to autism as a way to gaslight the public, and another way to just keep hemp illegal. So that way the logging industry, fabrics, textiles, so many, as I said, trillions of dollars of industry, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of jobs, maybe millions of jobs, actually, it would be very bad, but at the same time, keeping it illegal is just not cool. It's not right, but so it's a weird path to walk. So,
yeah, certainly.
But anyway, let's move on up to the next.
On, yes.
Transformation into an anti-Semite.
Do you want to read this one too?
Yes, because I found it. Finders keepers.
All right.
People astonished to learn what spam actually stands for after decades. Nope, doesn't stand for junk mail, and it's not just ketchup preservation methods that are blowing people's minds online. Internet gourmands, I guess that's gourmetophiles, had their world turned upside down after they learned just what the acronym SPAM, referring to the ubiquitous canned pork patty, stands for. First released in 1937 by the Minnesota-based food forum Hormel Foods, the infamous meat rectangle has become synonymous in culinary circles with the ultimate mystery meat. Fortunately, the ingredients of this Epicurean in-joke are not an enigma. They entail a rather simple, especially in today's additive-saturated supermarket aisles, assemblage of pork, water, salt, potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate. However, the acronym has continued to frazzle minds, with food-unsavvy social media users conjuring up their own theories for what the letters represent. On a whim, I purchased canned meat, said one pork patty postulator. With the first taste, I understood SPAM was an acronym for salt preserves any meat. But that's not true.
All right, well, that's in the reading right there. Yeah, there's...
let's get to what SPAM actually stands for.
Well, here's another theory. Yeah, let's...
It's...
right here, I think.
So, yes, actually, a Portimo for spiced. We go past it.
No, we're right here.
Spam is actually a portamount of spiced ham that actor Ken Dagenou, the brother of Hormel executive, dreamed up during a naming contest. Oh.
Well, I thought so, because, like, the loon told me about that a long time ago. It sounds for spiced ham, and I'm like, okay. And I guess that's what a portmanteau means, which is the first two letters and the last two letters of a longer thing. So, you know, spiced ham, SP, and then AM. Huh. Interesting. So
There are
now
a
we
bunch
know.
of other. There are a bunch of other funny acronyms in there, but
Stuff
I'll
posing
let
as
the
meat.
viewers go and check it out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
please go to the underbar of the
are-
description for links to this and all the other articles. Let's move on up here. Got one from Audio Central. Copelia Park, the world's largest ice cream parlor. Huh, and we actually have 2 ice cream stories today, so that's interesting. Located in Havana, Cuba, Copelia Park is the world's largest ice cream parlor. Also known as the Ice Cream Cathedral, it serves around 30,000 customers per day and up to 600 at a time. Holy crap. Built in 1966, Cuba's Parque Copelia consists of a 2-story domed pavilion inspired by Oscar Niemeyer's iconic Cathedral of Brasilia, outside which people queue for ice cream every single day, and a lush park complete with hundreds of tables where up to 1,000 people can enjoy the frozen treats at a time. The story goes that Fidel Castro ordered the building of Copelia Park shortly after the success of his communist revolution. He reportedly ordered 28 containers of ice cream from American producer Howard Johnson's, and upon tasting it, decided to respond by creating something bigger and better, but cheap enough that anyone could afford. His idea was a huge hit, and to this day, thousands of people continue to enjoy subsidized ice cream at Copelia Park, the world's largest ice cream parlor. Wow! So Fidel Castro, like, had his own, like, little moment, because it's weird, because like the first thing I think of is, like, you know, he made like government subsidized ice cream parlor. Is Adolf Hitler created a BMW, the people's car, not BMW, Volkswagen. Sorry. So like it's kind of wild, like that Fidel Castro was behind this, and it's still going on. Hello,
Joe
Greater
Biden.
Scott.
Biden likes ice cream too. He's also a communist.
Chocolate chip.
Yep. Come on, Jack. You ain't no ice cream. Come on, man.
Yeah, he
What
loves
is
his ice
everybody's
cream.
favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh.
It's an easy question for me, but
I'm
sound
gonna
weird
have to
saying it out
say
loud.
either bubblegum. You know, I'm just gonna go with bubblegum. Like, yeah, bubblegum.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking between bubblegum and birthday cake, but I'm like, no, I like the bubblegum. I like birthday cake because it has like little chunks of crunchy stuff in there.
I'm dressed like bubblegum ice cream today.
Ah,
Everyone calls me weird for this, but I actually enjoy avocado ice cream.
that sounds
Most.
interesting. I'd like to try that.
Why does that kind of just go with your personality over there?
Yeah.
Well, Common Californian, Exhibit A.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I just like pretty much French vanilla ice cream, but the bubblegum sounds interesting. Never had it.
It is. It has actual like little bubblegum pieces in there, and then when you're done with the ice cream, you still have gum, and then you can chew. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds good. I'll definitely grab some, but I've never seen it.
Do you have a Baskin Robbins around you?
Maybe.
If you ever go to a
They
Baskin
used to
Robbins,
be around. I haven't seen one in a while. But
I like either dark cherry or pistachio.
pistachio
Alright.
is good, definitely.
interesting.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the Golden Loon likes vanilla, French vanilla, Neapolitan. There's a little bit of a joke behind that, but I'll explain that off camera if you want. But yeah, we gotta get back on the show here. We got some more from Audio Central. Anybody want to read the headline?
I am here to observe and make
Alright.
off-topic comments.
All right. Let's see what this says here.
Sure. You could do a second story, right? Because you only did one, and I did
Yeah.
two as well. So.
Unemployed man dresses as cop, works alongside real traffic policeman for 2 months. Whoa.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's how bad the unemployment shortage is. He's willing to work as a fake cop and not even get paid, guys.
Well,
he doesn't even go to roll call. He doesn't get paid. He doesn't get his tickets.
Wait till we hear which country this is in.
He just wants a purpose.
Wait till you hear which country this is in. An unemployed
America?
man in Russia managed to live out his dream of being a traffic policeman by putting on a fake uniform and going on patrols with actual traffic inspectors for 2 months. I mean,
Wow.
dress for the job you want, am I right?
In
Tired of-
Russia,
I'm gonna go
traffic
dress as a
police is you.
princess.
Yeah, I know, right? Tired of sitting around all day, Victor, a 48-year-old unemployed man from Russia's Stavropol region, bought himself a realistic-looking police uniform and joined the ranks of law enforcement officers in the village of Piatsy-Gursky, relying on his traffic entire great acting skills and enviable self-confidence. The man patrolled the streets of Pigastorsky, actively stopping negligent drivers and educating them on various traffic rules. God, I'd love to do that so much, honestly. I am such an anal retentive driver, it will make your head spin. Like, oh my god, the amount of times I wanted to pull people over. Yikes. Anyway, it is unclear why Victor chose his specific profession or whether he actually took any bribes from motorists during his voluntary service, but his career was short-lived. 2 months after joining the ranks of the Stavropol Traffic Police, his cover was blown. And I'll leave the rest because there's not much left of the article to read, so I'll leave that for anybody interested to go and look. I implore you. But that's pretty wild. And
Oh yeah, really.
His cover was blown?
yeah, after 2 months. Oh my goodness. Scott, did you do that or did your dad do that?
I did that.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like father, like son. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how to use this thing. I do phones and that's it.
Ah.
I do phones under protest.
Ah. I actually have a really cool video for you, Greater Scott. I have a video of someone that they took the screen off their phone and then they did something to it, and then they put like a special lens on one of their eyeglasses, and without that lens, you can't see what's on the screen. You need to have that lens to see what's on the screen. Really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, ultimate privacy.
Yeah, that's, I get a VPN on my phone. I don't know how good it works, but...
Well, I have a thing or two to say about VPNs. I think they're all a scam, but that's
Yeah, I've heard that,
was
yeah.
almost murdered yesterday because she wouldn't stop talking back to me with talkback.
Yikes. Anyway, Mr. MTM, do you want to take this next one?
A Finnish company develops a bizarre 18-wheel all-terrain vehicle.
All right.
18 Wheels Incorporated, an aptly named company in Finland, I'm moving your cursor there, thanks, has developed a strange-looking electric 18-wheel all-terrain vehicle that it claims is vastly superior to the common ATV. The millipede-inspired design of the 18 Wheels Incorporated all-terrain vehicle is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Basically, it consists of a snowmobile-like body and a set of 18 small wheels, each with its own individual suspension system. One of the core ideas of the project was to make this unusual-looking vehicle soil-friendly. So the wheels are specifically small so they don't damage the soil by leaving huge tire marks on it. The unique suspension system provides a special trajectory of movement and much smoother ride over all types of rough terrain, which can't really be said about traditional ATVs.
All right, let's take a look at what this monstrosity... Oh my goodness.
What the?
Wow. Okay.
Now what is that?
That does not look professionally made. That looks like the outcome of a drunken single father's garage escapade. I don't know. That's
too elaborate for that.
Time traveler goes back in time, visits the inventor of the jet ski.
It looks,
the
it looks
timeline.
like a jet ski. Yeah. It
Well,
does
yeah.
have a jet ski appearance,
well, it's a jet ski bolted to like a metal grate with spring wheels. And wait, how are they propulsed? Like,
I don't see any.
Maybe there's a
propulsion
motor
system
that's
there.
pushing the
electric.
back.
Could be.
I mean, like, unless they all each have individual tiny motors in the wheels,
Smoother,
or they're somehow
AT
powered.
I mean, it's a start. ATVs are so incredibly dangerous, and people don't realize them. I've known 3 people that have died or lost someone in an ATV crash or accident.
Really?
Very, very sad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
they are dangerous.
When I was a
Especially
kid,
when they drive them all over the roads, all over
Yeah.
the place, like a bunch of maniacs.
Oh, okay.
when I was a kid, my family and I used to go down to Mexico a decent amount of times down to Baja California. My grandmother, my mom's side, lived out in Mexicali, somewhere out there. I don't remember the exact city, but we used to, like, every time we went down there, like, they had like a little like ATV rental, and the Loon and I always got ATVs. He always got the smaller one because he knows he'd end up killing himself, because that's just, he's a wild man. It's like, yeah, it's like as young as like 7, 8, 9 years old, I was out there, riding the ATVs. It was fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here. What else do we got?
More about ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
yum, ice cream. Newly patented instant ice cream is an impressive feat of engineering.
Ooh.
Take me to space, buddy. Food scientists have created a machine that uses pressurized carbon dioxide to turn a liquid ice cream mix into a cold, creamy treat in just 3 seconds.
Yeah, damn.
The new way to create carbonated ice cream, patented by Syed Rizvi, professor of food science and engineering, and Michael E. Wagner, PhD, is very different from traditional ice cream. The latter usually involves a dairy-based mix flowing through a heat-exchanging barrel until it starts to freeze, while the newly patented method has a highly pressurized carbon dioxide passing over a nozzle and drawing in the liquid ice cream mix. When the carbon dioxide goes from extremely high pressure to lower pressure, it instantly cools the ice cream mix to about minus 70 degrees Celsius, turning into a frozen treat we all know and love. That is known as the Joule-Thomson effect.
Huh. So that sounds like a lot like Dippin' Dots, kind of.
Yeah,
Like, they use
yeah,
liquid
Dippin' Dots,
nitrogen.
but like on a bigger scale.
Yeah. Interesting.
Alright. Another question. What's your guys' least favorite ice cream flavor?
Something with too many nuts in it would be for me.
Rum raisin, actually. I just don't think those 3 things, alcohol, raisins, and ice cream, just doesn't. Those are 3 like separate things. You're trying to
Yeah.
do too much.
I don't know. Like, I never really got adventurous with ice cream because, like, it's supposed to be something enjoyable. Like, I know that there's, like, mustard flavored ice cream, ketchup ice cream. There's a Pikachu ice cream out there, whatever that tastes like.
Yikes!
So-
How many Pikachu's do they have to use
Probably
per ice cream?
it's an electrifying flavor.
Ha! Taste will shock you. But no, like, rum raisin sounds
Sorry.
bad. Pistachio sounds interesting. I'd like to try it. And I know Cyrus
Pistachio's
talked
good.
about that earlier.
It is. It's good.
Pistachio's actually pretty good. I like pistachio.
I like Rocky Road, but like, yeah, like, like nuts don't belong in ice cream. Stop trying to healthy my dessert.
You think so? Yeah.
So,
Well, nuts actually aren't even that healthy for you. Actually, especially cashews.
yeah.
They're calorie dense.
It's
I feel like I'm gonna get shit for mine.
new evidence has come out that says that nuts actually are pretty bad for you. But go ahead.
They're calorie dense.
But my 2 least favorite is coffee and mint chocolate chip.
Coffee. That is so what? You
What?
love coffee?
The only time I use coffee ice cream is if I'm pouring coffee over the ice cream.
Oh,
I
that
don't
sounds
like
good.
Coffee to cool it.
I like coffee ice cream, and actually mint chip is one of my favorites.
Wait, if you're pouring coffee over ice cream, isn't that affogato?
What?
Yeah, technically.
Huh.
Or if it's like chocolate, it's a mocha. Chocolate ice
Yeah.
cream mocha.
Well, anyway, let's get back to the news here. Mr. Scott,
Yes.
why don't you talk about the gentleman's game of pool?
The gentleman's game of pool. Okay.
Since you are such a gentleman.
See you guys later.
CSI. Oh, you're not actually leaving.
I'm not a gentleman. I was making a joke.
Oh.
British men on their way to 111 hours playing pool. How are you going to eat and survive while doing that? July 28th, a pair of British men are attempting to break a world record by playing pool for 111 consecutive hours. Mark Murray, 37, and Colin Pilcher, 40, started their Guinness World Records attempt for the longest marathon playing pool at Hooch's Snooker and Pool Lounge in Consett at 7 a.m. Tuesday, and they expect to finish their attempt on Saturday after playing for 111 hours and about 1,000 games.
I want to say real quick, Hooch's Snooker and Pool Lounge. What a name! That sounds so borderline. Hey, let's go to Hooch's Snooker. What? What did you just say to me?
Hey, mate, what do you say we go around to Hooch's Snooker and get us some 11s while we're having some pool, eh, what? We can get bangers and mash while drinking away, what?
Bangers and mash. I want to try that.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not much left of the article, so let's just stop reading there.
Murray and Pilcher previously broke the same record in 2011 and 2013, but it has been held since 2017 by fellow Britons Darren and Stocks and Graham Cuthbert, who played for a total of 105 hours and 22 minutes.
All right.
I tried. I don't have the best accent, but I tried.
That sounded pretty good.
I will say, gentlemen, that if you decide to try to play me in pool, I was quite a competitor myself back when I was a child, and I spent most of my time on the weekends in a bar.
In a bar.
In a bar.
When you were a child, you were in a bar.
Yes, I used to work there.
Doing what?
Drinking. As a child.
Playing darts, playing pool, and husking corn.
Oh my god.
Being cute.
Pretty much.
All right, Mr. Scott, you got a second one here if you'd like.
Sounds good. More than 200 ponies make annual swim across Virginia Channel.
Wow.
Ponies.
There's a video here.
That was a goat. Okay, sorry. July 27th, more than 200 ponies were herded across the Assateague Channel to Chincoteague Island in Virginia for the 98th annual Chincoteague Pony Swim. The annual event, organized by the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company, sees the foals from Assateague Island's herd of wild ponies brought across the Assateague Channel by a team of saltwater cowboys. Saltwater cowboys. Yeehaw. The equines are then, or I think that's how you say, the equines are then paraded through the streets to the carnival ground. The purpose of the event.
Sorry, excuse me. Equine is the scientific terminology for horse. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That makes it clear. Okay. The purpose of the event is to separate foals for auction as a means of keeping the herd from overexpanding. The first foal to reach the shore is crowded King or Queen Neptune and is given in a raffle at the auction.
Well, that's
This
cool.
year, yeah, this year's Queen Neptune was a chestnut-colored filly designated number 70.
All right, let's end the reading right there. That's pretty cool. Like, let's check the actual video here. Let me turn the sound down. All right. Huh.
Swim, pony, swim.
This must be a sight to see. Like 200 ponies just being herded by saltwater cowboys. And here I was thinking only pirates were like the ones who got salty. I guess not.
Can't imagine.
Wow.
I would risk drowning to go over and pet them. I've never ridden a horse before.
You could put on a scuba suit and be the rodeo clown.
Yes, dude. Wait. Did we just invent? Why do we have water-themed bullfights?
Underwater bullfights?
Underwater bullfight.
Be like so slow motion.
Give the bull a scuba suit.
No, please, no!
Oh my god.
Wow. This is like horse racing, but on water and with ponies.
I love ponies.
Water-themed horse racing. Water-themed Water-themed NASCAR.
It's like, I hope they go straight. Like, how do you know they're going the right way? It's like, go that way, you're going to the left.
Well, they have the boats here. I guess those are the saltwater cowboys.
Yeah, they're herding the ponies.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, I hope none of them got hurt in the process, though.
Yeah, it's like if they get tired and can't swim, save them!
Yeah. Well, let's move on up here.
I remember when we used to have duck fights. Or not duck fights.
Duck fights.
Races.
Duck fights.
Duck fights.
Duck fights.
I meant duck races.
What, are you quacking up already, Cyrus? Anyway, MTM.
A pearl was found in clam at main restaurant, and it becomes an engagement ring.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's a
It's
nice
a sweet,
story.
wholesome story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a photo up there, really quick?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what it became.
Ooh.
That's nice.
It's a pretty nice looking ring.
Yeah, let's just read this. Actually, there's a decent amount in this article, so.
A Rhode Island woman found a pearl in a clam she was served at a restaurant, and it ended up becoming her engagement ring. Sandy Skirowski and Ken Steinkamp said they were dining at the Bridge Restaurant and Raw Bar in downtown Westerly with Sikorowski's brother and his wife in December 2021, when Sikorowski ate the last of the quahog clams. Oh. That's when I tasted this big ring around a round thing. Excuse me, that's when I tasted this big round thing in my mouth. I'm thinking, what the heck is this? So I take it and spit it out down on the table. In my hand, and my sister-in-law says, "Is that a tooth?" Skikowski told WJAR-TV.
Oh my god, my clam's a meal!
Skikowski's sister-in-law, jewelry enthusiast, soon surmised the object was a 9.8 millimeter pearl. Mark Fishbone at the Black Orchard Jewelers who examined the object confirmed the suspicions. He said it's called a mercenary pearl, which is a mollusk type of a little animal, which makes what looks like a little pearl. It's made out of the same material, calcite, and another mineral in it, and takes years and years to grow, Sikorowski said. He said the weight of this and the size of this is probably 50 years to make.
Wow, so, like, this was like a clam that they got out of the sea that's been around for at least 50 years. I didn't even realize clams could live that long. Like, and they just got the lottery. Like, that's pretty wild. Like, I wonder how many times, like, you know what, I want to look this up. Hold on, Google, come on, there we go. How many times has a pearl been discovered accidentally in a clam? Alright. How often are pearls found in clams? Once in every 10,000 clams. Wow.
That's pretty rare.
Wow, okay. And, like, because I don't know if there's some kind of screening or something, like can you pass the clams through some machine, or is there some way to know if there's a pearl in it? Because, like, I'm pretty sure the restaurant would have loved to cash in on that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Rhombus is here.
Mr. Rhombus, welcome. He's probably at the gym.
Yo. No, I just got home. I got home a little bit ago.
Ah, welcome home.
The Tiddler is here.
Tiddles!
The Tiddles.
You mean Tiddler, like the disemboweled? Tiddler the disemboweled?
So how's the show
Disemboweled.
going?
Well, the show's going well. I think MTM has one more here, and then we'll go to you.
Sweet.
Wowee. A woman receives over 100 Amazon packages she never ordered.
Whoa. A lot of people are
Guys, I'm
mad.
doing it on
Talk about spending a lot
Yeah.
Packages.
Did MTM? Oh, MTM.
Sorry.
All right. Well, MTM just vanished. Rhombus, do you want to read this? Oh no, wait, never mind. There he is. I wondered what happened. He was just frozen and then he was gone.
Yeah. I made it a unboxing joke.
Oh.
And then my Discord crashed immediately. So yeah. What's up, guys? Random lady here doing an unboxing video in Virginia. Virginia woman received more than 100 Amazon packages she didn't order, including headlamps, glue guns, and binoculars.
Huh.
Cindy Smith said the boxes recently started showing up at her Prince William County home. And soon she had received about 1,000 headlamps, 800 glue guns, and dozens of pairs of binoculars.
What? Somebody made a mistake.
Yeah, a lot of people told me I was weird. Smith told WUSA-TV, I would drive around with headlamps and glue guns in the car and gave them to everybody I met. Wow. The boxes bore Smith's address, but the name Li Xiao Zhang, a name Smith said she had never heard before. We initially thought it was a brushing scam, Smith said, referring to the process of an online vendor creating fake sales of their products in order to facilitate or artificially inflate the number of 5-star reviews. Liz Gittleman of Washington, D.C. faced a similar situation in May when her house was quickly filled with packages of children's sheets she didn't order. Amazon officials say they looked into both incidents and discovered both Smith and Gittleman's packages, with the result of vendors having packages shipped to random addresses in order to remove unsold merchandise from Amazon fulfillment centers.
All right, let's end the reading there. Damn, that's wild shit right there. Like,
why not I would just open up a drop shipping store. I mean, I get the desire to be generous, but it's you can't do anything with each of those. There's all those items are for different things, like underground spelunking, bird watching, and gluing. Unless you were like using the glue gun to mark your way underground so you didn't get lost, and the binoculars also had some kind of night vision, you wouldn't be able to use them all for underground spelunking. I don't know.
Now headlamps.
They're not all for the same purpose.
Well, by headlamps,
exactly.
like I was thinking of like car lights, like at the front headlamps.
Yeah, these are like the things that go in your head for those like flashlights.
Okay. Wow, that would be weird. Just driving around here. Have a headlamp. Like, okay. Thank you, mysterious mining god.
$13,500 in merchandise.
Yikes!
Wow,
I just did the math.
And they just threw it all away. They literally threw it away. They just gave it to random people. Like
she should have filmed it and sent it to Mr. Beast. Like,
well,
new video idea.
I think here's the actual like news article here. Oh, binoculars.
That's what they look like, yeah.
Dude, this is like borderline terrorism, kind of. Like, just can you imagine? Just like
out, and then someone's gonna steal them.
Well, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You have all that. Now you're attracting thieves, and now when there's like nothing left on the porch, now people are gonna break in. So this can actually like negatively like put people at actual danger, maybe life-threatening. So, and I'm not surprised Amazon doesn't care about that. They kill their own employees. So, but that's wild. Anyway, Mr. Rhombus, if you want, we can give you one, or we can just.
Oh yeah, I'll take one.
All right, here you go.
Ooh, Chinese teen skips rope 374 times in 1 minute.
Damn.
Wow. Woo, that's a lot.
Spyros can do that.
July 26th, Whoopi, 16-year-old jump rope expert in China broke a Guinness World Record for skipping a rope, or by skipping a rope 374 times in a minute. Guinness World Record said Zhao Qi from Yuyao City, Ningbo broke Japanese jumper Daisuke Memura's record of 348 skips in 1 minute, which stood for 10 years.
All right, let's end the reading there. They have a video.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh boy, that oh, they moving.
That's some wild technique, yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't prove that today. I can't find a jump rope.
I can't jump rope.
That's not jumping one at a time. That's just each step. So.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
David Rush, the whole, like, passing the weight from one hand to another, he's not actually passing a weight. He's just, like, just letting it go and catching it with the other one. So.
That takes some serious practice, I'll say that. They've been doing that jump roping technique for some time to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, it said here their best performance was 398, when they recorded themselves. So, like...
They probably have to slow the camera down to even count that.
Probably, actually. Let me replay this. There we go. Because, like, yeah, like that... The jump rope is kind of looking like... Because you know how... like when you're watching helicopters or propeller planes or whatever, and like the propellers are kind of like looking weird and they appear and disappear. That jump rope was moving so fast, it's almost like a propeller.
Yeah,
like because you're seeing it literally appear and disappear, like it's just phasing in and out of reality on the camera. At least that's wild.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, last but not least, Mr. Rhombus, this one also is yours if you'd like.
Ooh. Chinese puzzle master solves 3 Rubik's cubes while juggling.
Okay, we get it, Asians. You're better than us. Stop showing off. He's like, Jesus. It's not enough to juggle. It's not enough to solve a Rubik's cube. Now you got to do both. And how is that possible? Stop it.
Like, stop showing off your abilities.
We get it.
We get it. You guys are talented. We get it. Don't rub it in. Anywho, July 26th, a Chinese speed cuber combined his puzzle-solving skills with a juggling proficiency. Having an ism. Proficiency to solve 3 Rubik's cubes in 3 minutes and 16 seconds while juggling. Li Zhihao, 22, originally broke the record for the fastest time to solve 3 rotating puzzle cubes while juggling in July 2022, when he completed the puzzles in 3 minutes and 29 seconds.
All right, let's take a look at this here. Now, how is he solving it while juggling? Like
That's wild.
Like you.
Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now. Shake it till you see.
That should be his theme song.
Yeah, right?
The
Real.
The thing I've ever done doing this was I once won a screaming contest.
From
that's
the
close to this.
place.
That's close to this.
You can actually hurt yourself screaming too loud. Last news show we covered that one guy who was screaming loud. He punctured his lung and collapsed his lung.
If you look closely at his thumb there, he's like pushing the. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, this puts a lot of questions into my mind. Is he tossing them strategically so they land in his hand in a certain way, or is he reading it when he is his hands? And how is he keeping track with 3? How is he keeping them juggled? How is he doing all this? Oh my God!
That's like an optical illusion because you can see the Rubik's cubes actually coming back to their shape.
Yeah, it's wild. You start seeing more solid colors.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got that one done pretty much. This is incredible.
I think he's doing it each time he catches it. He's going like this with my hand he's doing it like every time he catches it, he makes a move.
Yeah. I mean, it's not enough to juggle. It's not enough to move. But now you're moving it strategically. What's his, as I said, what's his technique? Is he tossing it strategically to catch it a certain way, or is he reading it when it lands? Or
when he throws it sometimes.
What?
He's also changing the pattern of how he's throwing it, depending on what he needs to do.
True.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Depending on how many.
I don't think he's changing the pattern of throwing. He's trying to keep the juggle.
Yeah.
He's trying to just keep the juggle going.
Well, I think it's that and maybe strategic tossing. 2 of those are done, I think. He's working on that last one.
That's serious hand-eye coordination, too.
This is unbelievable. Well, he almost fumbled. Oh. Come on.
Incomplete pass.
That's amazing.
That is baffling.
Wait, did anybody else see
Yeah.
bubbles?
He's almost done.
Look, did anybody else see bubbles in the background? I'm sorry. Whoever that is, I'm sorry.
I can hold my phone, but I guess I can't.
Actually, I gotta send you a funny video later, actually, but after broadcast.
Whoa. Okay, well, you're done. 3 minutes, 16.2 seconds, 02 seconds.
Here's the thing
Dang.
though, before he did it the first time, did anyone else do it, or was that just him?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. It's like he's the first world record holder for juggling Rubik's Cubes while solving them.
He had originally broke the record in that for 3 minutes, 29 seconds, so this is shorter. He took on the record
Yeah, so
again.
he did it twice, but did anybody do it the first time, or was it just him?
By 15 seconds. Or
Well,
no,
what
sorry.
you're saying is like, was there anybody before him, like, 3 Rubik's cubes, solve 3 Rubik's cubes? Well, let's look this up here real quick. So, once again, he did that. What is the world record? How to solve 3 times 3 Rubik's? What is the world record for 3x3? Oh, I guess that's just. Wow, 3.13 seconds. So that's a 3x3 by 3 Rubik's cube. This is going to require some digging. So I propose this as a challenge to the audience. To answer Cyrus's question, please tell us in the comment section if this was a record prior to this guy doing it. So, but anyway, we got to wrap this up. That shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may be interested in, including on all things Omni Coalition. And go check out ASFX down there. They are in our link tree under the affiliates. A lot of cool stuff over there to check out. They have promos and stuff going on and all that stuff, yada yada. I still got to work on like an actual outro, including all of that. Anyway, for your dose of different on and usual, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central. Who's in Eastern? Somebody.
6.
There you go. Thank you. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
I'm Scotty.
I'm MTM.
I am the rhombus.
I'm still Cyrus.
Yep. And you, of course, are you viewer, and until you catch us next Tuesday, or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time. Actually, it's not going to happen tomorrow because I take Saturdays and Wednesdays off, so... but we're working on that problem. But we will be back on Sunday, and we have the Kick Peanut on Sunday as well. So that's at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Anyway, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!